following session is with a client named Shelley, and I personally think it's a really great example of how we need to tap on the underlying issues that are connected to issues that keep coming up in our life. So Shelley initially comes because she has a lot of stress around money and some other money issues, well, particularly where she's supposed to be receiving some benefits from an uncle that's passed away, but she's gotten into a legal battle with some other family members and now has a big lawyer bill because of that, and how there's stress around that, and it's a $9,000 legal bill and she's not happy about that. And then we go back to tap on the feeling that she gets when she thinks about the other family members. And then we discovered that there's actually a couple of situations in her life where she felt that people were stealing money from her or taking money from her. And we go back and tap on those issues as well. The friend that stole money from her, people who broke into her house, because it kind of seems to be this repetitive pattern in her life. And as we go back and tap on the root of the issue, she'll probably begin to see that those issues that keep occurring in her life begin to fade away. We also tap on anger towards the other family members that she's in the legal battle with, and that provides her with a place of peace. And there's a really good description within the session helping others to understand that when we let go and shift into a vibration of forgiveness or compassion, it might actually allow that person to respond differently. And you can see how Shelley can almost see their point of view a little later in the session, which is really great. I hope you enjoy it. Shelley, thanks for coming in today. I understand that we want to work a little bit on some money issues today, and there's some frustration around that and some anger around that, and there's two different scenarios that you want to work on. Maybe you can tell me a little bit about the first scenario.
I was named beneficiary for a retirement fund, and the niece that was named executor of an estate has actually put me through a legal battle to hold it up, and I haven't received payment in 2.5 years, and my legal fees have racked up to almost $9,000 fighting it.
Okay. So it's tough because it's family, and
he had no children.
He had no children,
and he wanted to leave me sole heir. He wanted to make me his sole heir
of the retirement fund, of the whole estate.
Whole estate. Mm-hmm. And the nieces and nephews that are fighting me are getting what they are getting because I refuse to take everything from him.
So there's some emotions around that.
Yes.
What's the first one that comes up for you?
Is what have I done wrong to deserve to be treated like this?
By them, the niece and the nephew.
Yes.
So you can either leave your glasses on,
okay,
or you can take them off, whatever you're comfortable with.
I can take them off.
We'll start with the sore spot. Even though I don't know what I've done to deserve this.
Hold on a second, because I had it. Okay. Even though I don't know what I've done to deserve this,
I can love and accept myself anyway.
I can love and accept myself anyway.
Fully and completely.
Fully and completely.
Even though I don't know what I've done to deserve this.
Even though I don't know what I've done to deserve this.
I can love and accept myself anyway.
I can love to accept myself anyways.
Fully and completely.
Fully and completely.
I don't know what I've done to deserve this.
I don't know what I've done to deserve this.
Why are my niece and nephew treating me this way?
Why is his niece and nephew treating me this way?
I don't know what I've done to deserve this.
I don't know what I've done to deserve this.
Why are his niece and nephew treating me this way?
Why are his niece and nephews treating me this way?
I've got $9,000.
I've got $9,000
in legal fees. Because they're treating me this way.
Because they're
either side's
treating
fine.
me this way.
Yeah. What have I done to deserve this?
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 Good. Deep full breath in. Out. Let's just start there. What's the next thought that comes up?
How can I make this be over with? Like, how can I end this? How can I speed things up to resolve this and feel good about the resolution of it. What can I do to make this over?
So even though there's part of me that
behind me,
I just want to move on from this.
Yeah.
Even though I just want to move on from this, I can love and accept myself.
I can love and accept myself.
Fully and completely. I'm tired of dealing with this.
I'm tired of dealing with this.
And I'm really tired of dealing with this.
I'm really tired of dealing with this.
I've got all this stress from dealing with it.
I have a lot of stress from dealing with this.
I can love and accept myself anyway.
I can love and accept myself anyway.
Fully and completely.
Fully and completely.
So tired of dealing with this.
I am so tired of dealing with this.
I'm sick and tired of dealing with this.
Sick and tired of dealing with this.
I'm sick and tired of dealing with this.
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 Why are his niece and nephew
putting
me through this?
I'm
so tired of dealing with this.
I'm so tired of dealing with this.
He left that retirement fund to me. Okay. Back of the hand. The gamut point procedure. Right between, Good. And then look ahead. Close your eyes. Open your eyes. Look down hard to the right. Down hard to the left. Make the biggest circle you can find without moving the head. Good. Other direction. Good. We'll hum happy birthday together. Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good. Happy birthday. Why? What have I done to deserve this? So sick and tired of this.
I'm so sick and tired of this.
So sick and tired of dealing with 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 this.
Why are his niece and nephew
putting
me through this?
Why
are his niece and nephew putting me through this? Deep pull back in. Up. Good. What's the emotion when you think about them putting you through this?
It's pretty sad that they have to go to the extreme that they are to try to get something that, could have been left to anybody. Could have been left to the church. Could have been left to a bum on the street. It's sad.
Did you feel sad about it before?
Yeah, parts of me felt like, it's so sad that they have to be greedy.
Okay. And is being greedy bad? Is a bad thing, right?
Being greedy
you feel
is
like
a
they're
bad
being greedy
thing when you're attacking other people.
You feel like they're attacking you?
Yeah. Okay. Their greed is attacking me.
Even though I'm suffering because they're greedy. Is that right? Does that sound right? Yeah. Even though I have to suffer. Because his niece and nephew are greedy. And they're going after the retirement fund. That he wanted me to have. I can love and accept myself anyway. Fully and completely. And maybe one day open up. To forgiving them. For being so greedy. And making sure that I suffer. Because of it. Why do I have to suffer? Because they're so greedy. Why are they attacking me? They're so greedy. Why are they attacking me? They're so greedy. Why are they attacking me? They're so greedy. That could have been left to anybody. And he wanted to leave it to me. Good. Deep full breath in. Out. And check in with, they're so greedy. What do you think?
I think they're thinking it's entitlement. See, they weren't involved in his life in the last 6 years that I was involved in his life. I did everything for him. I was like a daughter to him, and he wanted to legally adopt me. And
he wanted to legally adopt you because you were like
a daughter. He never had children. And they were never around in his life. And when they found out in the beginning when I was in his life, if they were so concerned about me taking from him or them why didn't they come down to meet me? Why didn't they come down to say, we don't want you in our uncle's life? We think it's not a good idea that you're so close.
What's the emotion around it? Towards them?
Toward them? I almost feel sorry for them because this man was amazing and taught me a lot of things and helped me to understand a father-daughter relationship more than my own father relationship and my real father relationship.
Yeah.
And
but what's the emotion towards them? If there's anything left.
Yeah.
Does the situation stress you out when you think about it? Is it anger towards them? Is it...
I more or less feel sorry for them because they didn't have a good, they didn't pursue a close relationship with him, not like what we had. And I kind of feel sorry for them because they missed out. Yeah.
Is that a better feeling though?
Yeah, that's a much better feeling.
Okay, than what we started with.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And I know eventually, part of me has already, it's the whole forgive the sinner.
For they know not what they do.
For they know not what they do, right? And I can, because if they don't have if they're not at peace, then they're not going to be able to put peace out there.
So what's happened is that your uncle left the money to you in the retirement fund, and they've kind of said to the retirement fund, don't give it to her. Because they think that they're entitled to it?
Yeah. And there's 12 of them that are dividing his estate, and collectively they got more than me, but individually they didn't. But they got what they got because I said, you've given me enough already. I don't need to be made sole heir.
Right. And he was splitting it amongst 12 of them, so they're not getting as much as...
No.
How do you feel about them having that entitlement mentality?
I don't know where they're coming from with that because no uncle or aunt has ever left me anything that never had children. And, I don't feel that I'm entitled to any inheritance from anybody because...
Like, how do you feel about the money? Do you need it? Do you want it?
I feel blessed with it, and yes, it definitely could be used for good. Like, it definitely would help.
How much do you need it on a scale of 1 to 10 right now?
How much do I need it? On a scale of 1 to 10... Or maybe the question is, could I do without it? Like, am I getting by without it? Yes, because I haven't been able to tap into any of it at all.
Because it's been 2.5 years.
And
How do you feel about the $9,000 bill that you have?
That is very, wow.
Give me a number.
Oh, that's 10. Because it's like, I want it all back.
What's the wow, though? Give me a...
It's like...
Mad at the $9,000 bill that I've got?
It's expensive. It's like, that's pretty steep.
What's the emotion, though?
The emotion is, angry, because that's my hard-earned money. That's not money I'm taking from him that he gave me.
Right, it's not coming out of that.
Exactly.
Even though I have all this anger.
Because
I now have a $9,000 legal bill. Because his niece and nephew. Are fighting me on this. Because they have this entitlement mentality. And that $9,000.
That $9,000
is my hard-earned money. Not his. Regardless of that. I can love and accept myself. Fully and completely. I can let that anger go. A little bit at a time. Good. This anger. I got a $9,000 legal bill. Are you kidding me? $9,000. Because they have an entitlement mentality. Are you kidding me? $9,000. Out of the thumb,
$9,000.
This $9,000 legal bill. I'm really angry about that. Really angry about that $9,000 legal bill. This anger. Good. Back of the hand, this anger. Close your eyes. Open. Down hard right, down hard left. Biggest circle you can find. Gorgeous. Other way. Okay. We'll do O Canada together. Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the song. Good. Inner part of the eyebrow, this anger.
This anger.
I've got a $9,000 legal bill.
I've got a $9,000 legal bill.
Because his niece and nephew
Because his niece and nephews
have an entitlement mentality.
have entitlement mentality.
This anger.
This anger.
This anger about my legal bill.
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 Because his nieces and nephews
Because his nieces and nephews
have an entitlement mentality.
have entitlement mentality.
But maybe I can let that anger go.
Maybe I can let that anger go.
A little bit at a time.
A little bit at a time.
Good. Deep full breath in. Out. And just say I'm really angry about that legal bill.
I'm really angry about that legal bill.
Are you? Doesn't really sound convincing. Give me a number on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah, probably about still a 9.
Really?
Maybe 8.
Is it anger, or could you be more specific now?
Some part of me says, why me? Like, why does it seem like every time I turn around, there's always money being taken from me?
Oh, this is a way bigger issue, right?
Okay.
Even though,
Oh, gee.
what does that remind you of?
Things out of my control.
Okay. Even though this legal bill is pressing in a
Okay.
circle, yeah,
Even though this legal bill
is out of my control.
is out of my control.
I'd sure like to have control over
I'd
it,
sure like to have control over
but
it.
I can't.
I can't.
Or at least I feel like I
I
can't.
feel like I can't.
Regardless of that,
Regardless of that,
I love and accept myself.
love and accept myself
Fully and completely.
fully and completely.
Even though I still have some of this anger,
Even though I still have some of the same,
that I don't have control over that legal bill,
that I don't have control over the legal bill.
I can love and accept myself.
I can love and accept myself
Fully and completely.
fully and completely.
Give myself permission
Give myself permission
to let go of that anger.
to let go of that anger.
This remaining 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 anger.
Over that legal bill.
Over that legal bill.
This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
Over that legal bill.
Over that legal bill.
Don't have control over it.
Don't have control over it.
Sure would like to, though.
Sure would like to, though.
It's like the money keeps slipping out of my hands.
Yeah, it's like the money keeps slipping out of my hands.
It's like the money keeps slipping out of my hands.
Like the money keeps slipping out of my hands.
Close. Open. Down hard right. Down hard left. Biggest circle you can find. Beautiful. Other way. Good. We'll do happy birthday. Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do floor to ceiling eye roll. Keep tapping the back of your gamut point. It's okay. Floor to ceiling eye roll. This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
It's like money keeps slipping out of my hands.
Like money keeps slipping out of my hands.
Good. Inner part of the eyebrow. This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
I can't hear you.
This remaining anger.
A little bit louder. This remaining
This
anger.
remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
Keeps slipping out of my hands.
Keeps slipping out of my hands.
$9,000.
$9,000.
Not happy about that.
Not happy about that.
But maybe I can let it go.
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 Good. Deep full breath in. Out. So I'm really angry that money keeps slipping out of my hands.
I'm really angry that money keeps slipping out of my hands.
Give me a number.
Probably 4.
Good. Even though I still have some of this anger left,
Even though I still have some of this anger
I
left,
can love and accept myself.
I can love and accept myself
Fully and completely.
fully and completely.
And I can allow money to come to me.
I can allow money to come to me.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Instead of letting money slip out of my hands.
Instead of letting money slip out of my hands.
This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
$9,000 legal bill.
$9,000 legal bill.
And this feeling.
And this feeling.
Like money keeps slipping out of my hands.
Like money keeps slipping out of my hands.
Man, that makes me angry.
Man, that makes me angry.
Man, that makes me angry.
Man, that makes me
That
angry.
$9,000 legal bill.
That $9,000 legal bill.
And that money keeps slipping out of my
Money
hands.
keeps slipping out of my hands.
Good. Back of the hand. Okay, we'll just do the floor to ceiling eye roll this time. This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
That money keeps slipping out of my hands.
That money keeps slipping out of my hands.
Man, that makes me angry.
Man, that makes me angry.
This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
Good. Release. This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
That $9,000 legal bill.
$9,000 legal bill.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Why can't they just give up?
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 Then I could be happy.
Then I could be happy.
If they would just give up.
If they would just give up.
Then I could let go of this anger.
Then I could let go of this anger.
But maybe it's the other way around.
Maybe it's the other way around.
If I let go of the anger,
if I let go of the anger,
then they might give up.
then they might give up.
Maybe it's the other way around.
Maybe it's the other way around.
Good. Deep full breath in. Out. So if you're in a vibration of anger, we keep attracting more reasons to be angry. So it doesn't give them the space or the vibrational space or the allowance for them to give up or to settle. Right? So if we're in a space of being okay with it and letting go of it, then we vibrationally allow them to be in alignment with that. Because right now they're in alignment with you, right? You're angry and they keep making it a big legal battle. So you get more angry, so it's a bigger legal battle. So you get more angry, so it's a bigger legal battle. We've got to break that vibrational cycle. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you can be at peace with it, then they have to shift with you. Because they're not separate from you either. Right?
Yeah.
We never thought of it that way. But if you let go and you're at peace with it, then maybe it would settle. So say out loud, I'm really angry that I have a $9,000 legal bill and money keeps slipping out of my hands.
I'm really angry that I have a $9,000 legal bill and money keeps slipping out of my hands.
Give me a number. Even if it's a 1.
Yeah, I'd say 1. It's not much there now.
What are you angry about?
In just this situation?
Yeah, just stay. There's probably other. Name one.
I'm not a very angry person, but people do frustrate me.
You're angry that you have a bill that's $9,000, and
I think I'm angry that I didn't handle things, that we could have handled things maybe a little better. It's lack of knowledge. It's lack of direction. Like the lawyer should have said to us, it's probably a really good idea if you do put her in the will and do mention that you named your beneficiary of the RIF. He should have asked the questions that I didn't know about asking.
Oh, your uncle should have.
No, the lawyer that redid his will.
Oh, the lawyer didn't ask him.
He didn't ask us the right questions. Like he didn't really direct us properly in order to avoid probate and all this other stuff that's happened.
So I guess it's anger at the lawyer.
It's just more. It's not really anger. It's more like frustration, not knowing. And I don't even want to use the word stupid because I know I'm not stupid. I know I'm not a stupid person. I do stupid things, make stupid choices, but I'm not a stupid person.
Right.
And so it's just, it's that naivety, not knowing.
Even though I was naive about the situation?
But, protecting ourselves. Protecting
the money.
Protecting me from going through this.
I should have did something different.
We should have.
Is it more regret?
To do something. Part of it's regret, but part of it's like I've learned a big lesson here on what to do from here forward and how to help others make sure that their wills and their estates are handled appropriately.
So even though I had a little bit of anger left, that this wasn't really handled appropriately, and this whole thing probably could have been avoided.
Yeah.
Even though I still have a little bit of this anger left. Because this whole thing really could have been avoided. If things were done appropriately. But regardless of that, I can love and accept myself. Fully and completely. Even though this whole thing could have been avoided. And I still have a little bit of anger about that. Maybe I can let that go. Maybe I can accept myself anyway.
I can accept myself anyway.
Good. This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
This whole thing could have been avoided.
This whole thing could have been avoided.
Really, if things were done appropriately.
If things were done appropriately.
This whole thing could have been avoided.
This whole thing could have been avoided.
Still a little bit angry about that.
Still a little bit angry about that.
Maybe I can let that anger go.
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 Because even though this whole thing could have been avoided.
Even though this whole thing could have been avoided.
I'm still kind of angry about that.
Still kind of angry about that.
Yeah. This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
The floor to ceiling eye roll. This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
You know what? This whole thing really could have been avoided.
This whole thing could have been avoided.
After all this.
After all this.
This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
The inside part of the eyebrow. This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
Especially since.
This
whole thing probably could have been avoided.
This whole thing probably could have been avoided.
This whole thing probably could have been avoided.
This whole thing probably could have been avoided.
This remaining anger.
This remaining anger.
Maybe I can let it go.
Maybe I can let it go.
So that I can be free.
So that I can be free.
Maybe I can let it go.
Maybe I can let it go.
So that I can be free.
So that I can be free.
Good. Deep full breath in. Out. And just go back and think about, the whole thing could have been avoided. Really angry about the whole situation and how it turned out.
So now it's turned from anger to disappointment.
Oh, that's good. Give me disappointment on a scale of 1 to 10.
Disappointment's low. Or a 2.
2? Just a little bit?
Yeah.
Why are you disappointed?
Just because his wishes weren't honored and, just...
This disappointment. What's his name?
Harry.
Harry's wishes weren't honored.
Harry's wishes weren't honored.
And that's what I really wanted.
And that's what I really wanted.
More than anything.
More than anything.
More than the money.
More than the money.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah, I really just wanted Harry's wishes to be
I
honored.
really just wanted Harry's wishes to be honored.
I don't understand why they don't want that.
I don't understand why they don't want that.
I really wish they wanted that too.
I really wish they wanted that.
I really wish that they would put Harry's wishes first.
I wish that they would put Harry's wishes first.
I'm kind of disappointed that they don't.
Disappointed that they don't.
Disappointed that they don't.
Disappointed that they don't.
Close your eyes. Open. Down hard right. Down hard left. Big circle. Other way. Good. Will you happy birthday? Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This disappointed feeling.
This disappointed feeling.
They're not honoring Harry's wishes.
They're not honoring Harry's wishes.
And that's all I really wanted.
That's all I really wanted.
This disappointed feeling.
This disappointed feeling.
They're not honoring Harry's wishes.
They're not honoring Harry's wishes.
That's all I really wanted.
That's all I really wanted.
Why don't they want the same?
Why don't they want the same?
I don't understand.
I don't understand.
Why don't they want the same?
Why don't they want the same?
This disappointed feeling.
This disappointed feeling.
Maybe I can let it go.
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 Good. Deep full breath in. Out. And check in with disappointment on a scale of 1 to 10. It was a 2 before. Is there any disappointment left, or is it switched to something else? If disappointment is a 0, then we move on. So I'm guessing anger was a 0. That's why you said it was disappointment instead.
It's really low. I would say it's probably 0. I don't know what emotion now I feel about
Say,
it.
I'm really disappointed that they're not honoring Harry's wishes.
I'm really disappointed they're not honoring Harry's wishes.
Good. Give me a number. Or does it sound like it doesn't make sense?
It doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't.
To feel that way.
To feel that way.
It almost sounds strange. Because you're doing your best to honor Harry's wishes. And you can't do anything to make them be the same.
No.
That's up to them, isn't it?
And that's again another control thing, isn't it?
Yeah, even though I want to control
their love for him, their caring for him, their respect for him. Ooh, respect's a good one.
Oh, what comes up? They don't respect him.
They don't respect his wishes.
What does that make you feel?
Discouraged, discouraged.
Feel discouraged that they don't.
Discouraged toward humanity. Why humanity can be
that way.
So that,
This discouraged feeling.
This discouraged
I'm so
feeling.
discouraged.
I'm so discouraged.
Why do people do that?
Why do people do that?
Why can't they just honor
Why can't they just honor
someone like Harry's wishes?
someone like Harry's wishes?
So discouraged by people's
So
behavior.
discouraged by people's behavior.
Discouraged by their behavior.
Discouraged by the behavior.
It's just not right what they're doing.
It's not right what they're doing.
It is not right what they're doing.
It is not right what they're doing.
It's not right what they're doing.
It's not right what they're doing.
Middle finger, it's not right what they're doing.
Not right what they're doing.
This discouraged feeling.
This discouraged
So
feeling.
discouraged.
So discouraged.
This discouraged feeling.
This discouraged feeling.
Maybe I can let it go.
Maybe I can let it go.
We didn't scale it before, but give me a number. So I'm really discouraged that what's wrong with people?
Discouraged. What's wrong with people? Yeah, it's, I don't know, like a 1. It leaves me numb. It just leaves me
Like neutral.
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 Numb. Yeah.
Like it is what it is.
It is what it is. And unfortunately, when it comes to money and situations, it does change people sometimes for the worse.
And how do you feel
Yes, they
about
have to deal
doing
with.
what you're doing?
I feel good. Like, I feel fine. I didn't spend a dime of anything that he's ever given me so far. Anything that he gave me while he was alive, and anything that he deemed for me after he was gone, I haven't been in my mind, like, you know what I'm saying? Because if he needed it, it was going to be there for him.
Right.
And it was truly a gift to me. So, and I feel good. I wasn't even going to take it from him when it was offered, you know?
Right.
And he said, oh, the vultures will take it after I'm gone. So
Who were the vultures?
the vultures were his nieces and nephews.
Oh.
He says they're all just going to take what they want after I'm dead and gone. They don't really care.
Do you think they're vultures?
At first I did. When I first got my first legal, papers and stuff on it, and I thought, oh, he was right. They're going to fight me on this.
Oh,
They're
even
gonna
though
play
these
hard.
even though these vultures are going to fight me on this.
Okay. Even though these vultures are going to fight me on this.
I can love and accept myself.
I can love and accept myself.
Fully and completely.
Fully and completely.
And know that Harry never wanted this for any of us.
And Harry never wanted this for any of us.
That these vultures
These vultures.
fighting me on this.
Fighting me on this.
These vultures
These vultures.
fighting me on this.
Fighting me on this.
Harry didn't want this
Harry didn't want this.
for any of us.
For any of us.
Even though he saw it coming.
Even though he saw it coming.
These vultures
These vultures.
fighting me on this.
Fighting me on this.
I hate fighting these vultures.
I hate fighting these vultures.
I hate fighting these vultures.
I hate fighting these vultures. Oh.
Close, open, down hard right, down hard left, biggest circle you can find, other direction. Good. We'll do happy birthday together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inner part of the eyebrow. I hate fighting these
I
vultures.
hate fighting these vultures.
So tired of fighting these
I'm so
vultures.
tired of fighting these vultures.
So tired of fighting these
So
vultures.
tired of fighting these vultures.
Harry knew it was coming too.
Harry knew it was coming.
Hate fighting these
Hate
vultures.
fighting these vultures.
So tired of fighting these
So
vultures.
tired of fighting these vultures.
Harry knew it was coming too.
Harry knew it was coming.
Hate fighting these vultures.
Hate fighting these vultures.
But maybe instead,
Maybe instead,
I can have compassion for them.
I can have compassion for them.
Maybe instead,
Maybe instead,
I can have compassion for them.
I can have compassion for them.
So that I can be free.
So that I can be free.
Deep pull breath in. And we're going to go back to the memory of the whole situation and how it's unfolded. And just say, these vultures.
These vultures.
How do you feel about them?
I really do feel sorry for them. I really do. Like,
You can just feel sorry for them.
I do. I feel sorry for them because they're not at peace either.
No.
And I know when this is all behind me, I know that whatever the outcome's going to be, it's going to be behind me and I can be at peace.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to feel sorry for them
Yeah.
if they can't find peace.
Right.
And
you're in a better, do you feel like you're in a better place?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like more at peace with it's happening and you got to deal with it, but I don't have to be all riled up about it.
No. Just let it go and let it unfold because our mediation is coming up on it on the end of June. Toward the end of June. And so.
Can you tell me about, there was another situation. Are you ready to move on, do you think, to the other situation? Sure. Does anything come up for you when you think, tell me a little bit about what was going on. You have somebody that was doing renovations for you in your bathroom in your home, and he's still taking money from you. It's back to that money slipping out of your hands.
Right. And he spent the money to buy materials for another job and is waiting to get paid from that other job to buy our materials so that he can finish our job.
Which doesn't really make sense. He's taking your money to buy materials for another job. And when that job's done, he'll get...
He's mismanaging money.
He's mismanaging money.
Period. And...
how do you feel about that? What's the emotion?
Yeah, I was angry about that before. And now I kind of feel sorry for him. Oh, boy. I do. I feel sorry for him. It's taken longer than I would have liked. Okay, a lot longer. 6-month renovation should have only taken six weeks, but it's taken 6 months.
Are you frustrated with that?
Yeah, frustrated because I'm not able to organize things that are supposed to be in my bathroom. It's all cluttered in my office, and that's a whole other issue.
What's the frustration?
With, not finding things, not being able to find things because they're not in its place.
Right. So it's the chaos in the house.
Chaos. That's a good one.
What's the frustration level?
Well, if you would have done this to me last Monday, it would have been like 100 out of 10.
Go back to last Monday.
We'll go back to last Monday. It was definitely maxed. I had a break-in.
What happened?
I ran away from home for 2 hours. Went to the park and cried. Just bawled my eyes out. Bawled and bawled and bawled.
Because what was happening?
It's like, why? Why is so much stuff, negative stuff happening around me right now?
What's your earliest memory of that same feeling? Like money slipping out of your hands, or does that always happen to you? Is it something that's always like a bit of a pattern in your life?
Well, it's interesting. I was always kind of spoiled as a kid. I kind of got everything I wanted because my mom was not well when I was around 9 years old. My mom had a heart attack, and so to make up for the lack of stuff she used to do with my siblings, she would buy me things that I wanted, right? So I had friends that would get jealous of that, and my very first earliest memory it was surrounding money, and it was a friend that I trusted that stole money out of my purse.
Oh, tell me about that.
That's wow, I thought I'd forgotten about that. And
tell me, how do you feel about the friend who stole money out of your purse?
It was the trust that was crushed, more so. And it wasn't that.
What was her name?
Oh, you know what?
You don't remember her name?
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
That's okay.
It was like Monique, I think. It was Monique or...
Let's come to sore spot again. Even though she stole money out of my purse and violated that trust in our friendship.
Even though she stole money out of my purse and violated that trust in the friendship. Because I would have given it to her had she had asked if she needed it.
What's the feeling? Scale of 1 to 10.
Back then it would have been 10, but now...
that's okay. When you think of the memory, it's a 10 though?
Yeah, when I think of the memory,
is it
it's
anger or...
It's
violated.
Violated. Yeah.
Even though I have this feeling of violation. Someone who I trusted. Who was my friend. Stole money out of my purse. And if she would have asked me, I probably would have given it to her. She's stealing it from me.
She stole it from me.
Regardless of that, I can love and accept myself. Fully and completely. Maybe one day open up. To forgiving her. Maybe not today. Maybe not today. But maybe one day. Why did you steal money out of my purse?
Why did she steal money out of my purse?
I don't understand. I would have given it to her. If she would have asked. She stole money out of my purse. I feel so violated. This violated feeling. This violated feeling. She stole money out of my purse. Why would she do that? I would have given it to her if she would have asked. This violated feeling. She stole money out of my purse. I can't even remember her name. Okay. But maybe it'll come back to me. Okay. Close. Open. Down, hard right. Down, hard left. Biggest circle you can find. Good. Other way. We'll do happy birthday together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This violated feeling.
This violated feeling.
She stole money out of my purse.
She stole money out of my purse.
I would have given it to her if she would have
Given
asked.
it to her if she would have asked.
This violated feeling.
This violated feeling.
Violated.
Violated
She stole money out of my
She
purse.
stole money out of my purse.
Money slipping out of my hands.
Money slipping out of my hands.
This violated feeling.
This violated feeling.
Money slipping out of my hands.
Money slipping out of my hands.
This violated feeling.
This violated feeling.
Why would you steal from me?
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 Good. Deep full breath in. Out. So just go back to remembering the day that it happened. And how you probably would have felt a 10 when you're like, oh my god, you stole money out of my purse. Is it still a 10 when you think about it?
Again, I feel sorry for her. I think it's 0. Really?
Can you see how old were you at the time?
I was probably, I'm trying to think of, I was driving, so I was around 17
or so.
17,
So
18.
do you see how that's connected? People are stealing money from you out of your hands is not really that different than what's happening now with them trying to steal money from you that was left to you in in an agreement. So is there any other issues that you remember where it was like money was taken out of your hands or people stole money from you, or it was...
Well, the next time after that, it was the next big one, real big one, is when our house was broken into. And
what's
a
the
lot
feeling?
of things were stolen.
Violated feeling?
Very violated.
Give me a number.
Oh, that was 10. That was big time.
Even though I still have this violated feeling?
Even though I still have this violated
Because people
feeling.
broke into my house.
People broke into my house.
Stole everything.
Stole everything.
That
important to me.
Important to me. Yeah, stole everything important to me.
Yeah.
I can love and accept myself
I can
anyway.
love and accept myself anyway.
Fully and completely.
Fully and completely.
Maybe one day open up.
Maybe one day open up.
To possibly forgiving them.
To possibly forgiving them.
For they know not what they do.
For they know not what they do.
Good. This violated feeling.
This violated feeling.
You stole everything that was important to me.
Stole everything important to me.
From my own home.
From my own home.
This violated feeling.
This violated feeling.
This violated feeling.
This violated feeling.
They stole everything that was important to me.
Everything that was important to me.
From my own home.
From my own home.
This violated feeling.
This violated feeling.
First finger violated. They stole everything that was important to me.
That stole everything that was important to me.
Good. This violated feeling.
This violated feeling.
This sad and violated feeling.
This sad and violated feeling.
Good. Look ahead. We'll do floor to ceiling eyeball. This violated
This
feeling.
violated feeling.
Good. Look up, up, up. This violated feeling.
This violated feeling.
It stole everything from my own home.
I stole everything from my home.
That was really important to
It
me.
was important to me.
This violated feeling.
Violated
They
feeling.
broke into my house.
Broke into my house.
Broke into my own house.
Broke into my house.
And stole everything that was important to
And
me.
stole everything that was important
How
to
could
me.
they do that?
How could they do that?
Good. How could they do that?
How could they do that?
Take a deep full breath in. It's almost sadness too, or is it just violated?
Yeah, sadness.
It's violated. Give me a number. Is it
Violated, probably 1.
okay? And but sad feeling.
Sad feeling, probably 4.
This sad feeling.
This sad feeling.
They stole from me.
They stole from me.
This sad feeling.
This sad feeling.
They stole from me.
They stole from me.
This sad feeling.
This sad feeling.
They stole from me.
They stole from me.
I don't understand why.
Don't understand why.
I don't understand why they stole from me.
Don't understand why they stole from
But
me.
maybe they have their own reasons.
Maybe they have their own reasons.
That makes sense to them.
That makes sense to them.
It sure doesn't make sense to me, though.
It doesn't make sense to me.
This violated feeling.
This violated feeling.
Good. Close. Open. Right. Left. Big circle. Good. Other right. Good. Inside part. This sad feeling.
This sad feeling.
They stole from me.
They stole from me.
This sad feeling.
This sad feeling.
They stole from me.
They stole from me.
This sad feeling.
This sad feeling.
They stole from me.
They stole from me.
But I can let that go.
I can let that go.
This sad feeling.
This sad feeling.
Maybe I can let that go.
Maybe I can let that go.
One breath at a time.
One breath at a time.
Deep full breath in. Out.
That was a deep breath. I could get that one.
Yeah, I can feel the shift for you. Is it still sad?
No. That numbness, that numb feeling again.
Numb or neutral?
Neutral.
Just neutral.
Yeah.
So what we would actually do is go back and tap on every violated or sad feeling where something was taken from you. Because I think it's probably very much connected to what's happening now. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And because reality is created from the inside out, we have a neural pathway and a belief system deep down, not conscious but subconscious, that says people steal from me. Right?
Or worried about people
I'm
stealing.
I'm always worried about people stealing from
Money
me.
being taken from me, or even if it's a material thing, I have to spend it to replace it. So again, I'm tapping into money to replace it when it's wasteful spending as far as I'm concerned, because I already had it.
Right.
I already bought that. I didn't need to spend any more on it. Now it's gone.
Well, let's take
someone broke it, or whatever.
Yeah. But it's interesting to see the pattern.
Yeah. Right? Oh my gosh, I don't like that about me then.
Let's take a 2-minute break, and then we can come back to that.
Okay.